So yeah, I make that video quick, man, because I just wanted to keep it real quick because I didn't want to make it too long. Get that shit short and simple. Make sure everybody got what the hell I said about uh, about that water. But yeah, it's gonna be a little different now because it's cold as fuck outside. So we got ice and shit. We got snow out there. So you know, we gonna be some issues, but ain't nothing I can handle. Uh, that damn, that damn protein shake. Ooh, damn. But yeah, ain't nothing we can't handle, man. Ain't nothing I can't get. Ain't nothing I can't drive through. Ain't nothing I can't drive through. Yeah, ain't nothing I can't drive through. But yeah. Let's see, Joel. What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? So I might be driving by next week. I don't know. So we will see. We will see. But yeah, you saw how nasty it was out there a minute ago, right? You know, it's all fucking snowed out. There's at least 2 inches on that ground. About an inch and a half, 2 inches. I don't fucking know. About 2 inches on that ground, man. I woke up this morning, from one day not having any kind of snow on the ground, and the next day just bam, everything white. It was like fucking 15 degrees outside too. Um, so yeah, that's a little dangerous. uh, but I don't give a shit, man. I've been in way worse situations. Been in way worse situations, man. Uh, let's see, G boy. Yes. What's the meal plan out there? What do you mean? You mean what's my meal plan? Meal plan's simple. I just eat red meat. That's it. Uh, I try to get when I'm rolling, I'll try to do like two. I'll try to do like 2 pounds of beef a day, like 2 pounds of beef. Not that I'm rolling now. I'm only doing two because I gotta slow down on the on the like a budget. You know what I mean? I gotta kind of budget this shit, not to get too crazy because it's not like I got money coming in. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I got money going out, and I ain't getting back because I'm going too fucking hard. But yeah, but right now I'm probably doing like I don't know, like a half a pound a day, taking it easy. Like I said, because I ain't got that income coming in. I gotta take it easy. So yeah, that's the meal plan for me. No man, ain't too much red meat. What the fuck you talking about? That's perfect for me. It's perfect for me. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. That's perfect for me. I got blood work saying that's perfect for me. You might want to check yourself. I'm checked in good. Don't worry about me. I'm good. My blood work says I'm amazing. All my levels look good. Red meat is good for me. Red meat and lots of salt. My blood work came back amazing. So I don't know about you, homie. Maybe it's not good for you. But it's good for me. That's good, man. Like I said, everybody's different. You do your thing. I'll do mine. Yeah. But yeah. So water here. What's today? Today's Tuesday. Maybe by the end of the week. Maybe by this weekend. I don't know. We will see. But in the meantime, I'm just doing stocks, man. Focus on these stocks. They had some good runs today. They had some good runs today, man. I was watching. I was just watching. I wasn't fucking with anything. I was just watching today. But yeah, they had some good stocks today. Some good runners. Some good runners today. Let's see what you got. So yeah, I wouldn't come out here doing sand, man. That's just my opinion. They got some companies that are running, but who's to say you're gonna get in that company? You know what I mean? There's guys out here already, and the guys that are not running, guess what? They got experience. If you're coming out here and you ain't got no experience, they ain't gonna fuck with you, especially right now. You know what I mean? So don't come out here trying to do sand because you ain't gonna get hired. Because the motherfuckers that are already up here and they're still sitting up here, they trying to get in. They trying to get into those companies that are running, and those companies that are running, they ain't only gonna fuck with the motherfuckers that know what they doing. They ain't gonna fuck with you. You know, if you don't know what the fuck you doing, they ain't gonna fuck with you. So don't come out here trying to do no sand. If you're gonna come out here, you gonna come out here and do water. And right now, they ain't got nobody out here hiring for water. You know, like I said, there was only two people. Two people I looked at the last couple of days. Only two motherfuckers were only picking up their phone. So yeah, I called like maybe 10 people. 10 people, only two answered the phone, and they didn't even reply. I even sent them all those people. I think it was more than 10 people, man. It's probably like 12, maybe 14 people, man. I text all of them too. I just texted my fucking driver's license. Texted my driver's license front and back. Didn't even get a reply. Only two replied, and then I went and followed up and called all those ones I sent the text message to, and still only two replied. Only two replied. So yeah, there's no work out here in Williston, North Dakota. Just giving you a heads up. So don't come all the way out here. Don't come all the way out here. Don't come all the way out here in the fucking freezing cold. In the freezing cold, thinking you're gonna get a job, because you're probably not gonna get a job, and you're probably gonna be stuck out here. So don't be trying to jump shit. Don't be trying to jump ship just yet. You should have came out here when it was sunny. You should have came out here when the weather was good. You know what I mean? You should have came out here when it was good. You know, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Oh, I'm sorry, October. Fuck November. So yeah, don't even, yeah. If you want a job and you want to work, you would have to go to Texas, or you would have to go to maybe like Virginia. Places that are not really friendly, and drivers probably don't. I know drivers don't. I talked to one driver. He was talking about he had just came from Pennsylvania. He had just came from Pennsylvania, and he was in Newtown with me. And I interviewed him. You guys seen him on the interview. I interviewed him. I forget what his name was, but yeah, he was saying it was nasty work. Nasty work. Motherfucker was muddy, and you was all in the motherfucking mud. Like you was muddy. Like you was dirty, motherfucker. You was dirty. Like here in Wilson, you dirty, but you dry. You know what I mean? You just got a lot of sand. You just dusty and shit. You know, you just got dirt on you. You see how I looked when I first came out here? I was just dusty. You know what I'm saying? I was talking shit. I was like, yeah, this is. I'm dirty, motherfucker, but that's money all over me. You know, that's money. That's money dirt. That's dirt money. That's dirty money. That's dirty money. But yeah, over there in Pennsylvania or where the fuck it was, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, that's muddy. That's muddy money. You muddy like a motherfucker. You muddy as fuck. Fuck that shit, man. So I wouldn't recommend being over in Pennsylvania or West Virginia. Not for that. Not for that kind of money. You know what I mean? The money ain't even all that great either. It's different the way they pay you over there too. So be careful when you fuck with them. I would just take my ass to Texas. You got flat land. You got flat land to drive. It ain't crazy. I'm sure it don't rain like that. It's not. It's clean. It's kind of clean like how it was up here. But yeah. If I had to pick out of if I had to pick where I wanted to go, I would either be here in Williston, North Dakota, or fucking Texas. That's it. Um, Maybe Colorado. You know, cause my boys out there. But that's it. I would have. I would. You know, obviously, when I say Texas, that's New Mexico too. That's all the same shit. You know, so Texas, New Mexico is the only places I will haul. That's it, man. I wouldn't fuck with anybody else. I would not be in Pennsylvania. Why? Because of fucking roads, man. You got those steep ass fucking, you got those steep ass mountains and shit. No, man, fuck all that. You got those steep downgrades and shit. No, man. Hell no. Fuck that. Mm-mm. No. See, out here in Wilson, it's all flat. Most of it is, unless you're like in Newtown or in Kildare or some shit. Sometimes maybe in Wofford. No, even in Wofford, it's not even that bad. It's not even that hilly, man. It's not hilly, man. I wouldn't even call those hilly compared to what we're used to over the road. You know, like Colorado, Washington, Washington State, like Seattle, that area. Flags. Where is it? Flags. Where's Flags at? Over in Utah, right? Some shit. Utah or Arizona. I don't know where fucking Flagstaff or whatever fucking that place was. Um, and you got Pennsylvania. There's some nasty ass stuff fucking hills up there. You know, they ain't like that up here in Williston, North Dakota. Texas definitely ain't like that. So I would keep my ass in Texas. Texas is where it's at. But for now, I would go with Texas because I'm pretty sure they got a lot more work. I'm pretty sure they got a lot more work in Texas than they do in North Dakota. And like I said, I already checked. You can go in yourself. Go look on Craigslist and see how many motherfuckers call you back. Go to Craigslist right now and call and text all those motherfuckers that are doing water or sand if you want to do sand. But like I already told you, and see how many motherfuckers call you back. You probably get maybe one or two. You know, unless they got some new, unless some guys posted some new ads. But yeah, there's not a lot of work out here anymore, man. That shit slowed down quick. Like it dropped off. Like these guys that are doing sand, they haven't been running in the last 2 weeks. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. That's two groups, two, not just one group. There's two different companies that I know. One guy that I used to roll with, and the other guy who owns these other trucks that my partner rolls with, that my other two partners roll with. And both these guys, both these owner operators that own these trucks, we're talking about almost, I don't know, let's say maybe 15 trucks, 20 trucks. And no, not 20 trucks, like 15 trucks, 12 trucks. You know what I mean? That's a lot of trucks though for two owner operators. You know what I mean? Six trucks for a small town, small company. But let's say 14 trucks, 7 and 7. But yeah, it's slow out here. These sand boys out here, they've been sitting for the last 2 weeks. You know, they might have got some runs, but it's like for 2 weeks they're only doing maybe 3 runs for the 2 weeks. Whereas the water boys, they back to back. Matter of fact, let me see if they got a water boy coming out here now. Let's see how many water boys pull up. Oh, there ain't no water boys out there. I got a water depot. Right across from the hotel where I stay at. So I can see if they're running. So no, there's no water guys out there yet. But I'm sure there will be. If I sit there and fucking stalk that damn water depot, I bet you there'll be some motherfucking some water tankers pulling up to that water depot, filling up for water. Filling up for water. He says. He's asking me. Some guy just asked me what company am I applying for? Like I'm gonna fucking tell you. I just told you there's nobody out here hiring. You motherfuckers just ain't too bright, man. They want me to tell you that you. They want me to tell them the company I'm applying for when I just sat here and told you that these motherfuckers are not. They're not even picking up the phone. They're not even picking up the phone. Out of what, maybe 14 people I called yesterday, only 2 people called, and this guy just emailed me. He's like, "Hey, who's the company you signed an application for?" So I'm gonna give you the job. There's only one truck too. He's only got one truck. He's only got one truck. But I'm gonna give you the job. Yeah, okay. Don't try. I'll do wrong. I'll help you out. I'm helping you out right now by telling you. But I ain't gonna give you my job. Goof. Yeah, fuck Tuttle. I don't give a fuck about that wifey, man. She'll be alright. I'm just worried about me right now, man. Wifey, she's doing just fine. What's up, bro? What's up, man? I ain't worried about wifey. I'm worried about that $200,000 to make, man. And then we'll talk about wifey. Yeah. I ain't worried about that fucking wifey right now. I'm worried about that 250. All right, 200. Yeah, let's say 250. Fuck the 200. We want 250. We ain't gonna leave. We ain't leaving Williston until we make $250,000 on stocks, not the truck. 250,000 on stocks. So hopefully it won't take that long. But if it does, it does. I'm not gonna put a time. I'm not gonna put a time on it. But damn, this thing's giving me gas, man. But the way everybody else is doing, all the other students, they're making 300,000 in a year, 900,000 in a year. You know what I mean? Just starting out. So 300,000, 600,000, 900,000, all within a year's time. So for me to say, hey, I want to make 250, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pack my shit and and break out of here. It's not a far-fetched goal. So I just got to keep practicing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna practice now, man. I talked enough shit on the here, but right now I'm gonna study, man. I'm gonna study with you guys on. I'm gonna study, so if I'm not, I can. If you guys say anything if you guys say anything on the comments, I'll read it. I'll read it and I'll answer. But I gotta study for like an hour. I'll study like an hour, and then what's up? Finally caught up. That's good, man. What's up, man? That's cool, bro. What you got a question, man? You only got a few minutes. What's your question? I'm pretty sure you got a question. What you need, man? I'll help you out, bro. What you got? Imp TV. What you need, man? You want to learn stocks? Okay. Well, click the link, man. Click the link. Let's start with my teacher, man. My teacher, he'll tell you straight up, man, like this. He said, look, man, if you don't want to make $1 million, or you don't want to be six figures, or you don't want to be financially independent, he's like, I ain't the coach for you. But he says, look, if you want to be a millionaire and you want to try to make $1 million, he's like, I'm your teacher. I'll be the one for you. But if you don't want to make $1 million, then he ain't the one for you. Do you want to make $1 million? And then yeah, okay. Well, there's a link. Yeah, I think I can leave the link here. Click this link, man. Click this link I'm about to put on here real quick. I like anyone talking stocks. Oh, good. That's good because that's all we talk about in this motherfucker. We talk about money, whether it's fucking trucking or the stocks. Either way, somebody's gonna make money. You gonna make money on these stocks, or you gonna make money fucking with these trucks. Either way, I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna tell you what time it is out here. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I had one dude. Like I said, if you post anything stupid on my channel, you put a comment I don't like, I'll just block your fucking ass. You know what I mean? That's just how I roll. Especially now I can kind of control it. But if it gets to the point where I got a few 100,000 subs and I got all these fucking messages, I ain't gonna be able. But right now I can kind of contain it, cause that shit pops up on my phone. I just put some negative shit. Like one dude, he says some shit about this 5,000 I made. I'm like, nigga, I don't gotta lie to you. I don't gotta lie to you motherfuckers, man. I'm telling you straight up. I show you my motherfucking checks. I show you what I made or how much I lose. Like today, I told you today how much I lost today. I'll tell you straight up. Like today, yesterday I lost, yesterday, or day before yesterday, I lost $3,700. You know what I mean? I gotta fucking lie to you. What the fuck I need to lie to you for? Fuck you gonna do for me? What you gonna do? You gonna put the $3,700 back in my pocket? Nah, but the dude left a comment because I was counting that one money. It's got like 5,000 views. I made like 5,200 or some shit in 30 minutes on the stocks. The guy's like, oh man, he's like, oh man, he said, he's like, I'm on the oil fields or some shit. Okay, you in the oil fields? Okay, so what? He said he made 10,000. Okay, so what? He's like, oh, he said, don't act like you don't say. He said there's so I was like lying about where I made my money. Motherfucker, I don't gotta lie to you, nigga. What the fuck I need to lie to you for? Fuck I need to impress you for? I ain't trying to impress you. I'm just telling you straight up. This is the channel, right? What's my channel called? Anybody know what the channel called? Somebody say what the channel is, man. What's the name of this channel? What's the name of the fucking channel? Yeah, it's about fuck you money. So I'm gonna try to make fuck you money. So I'm gonna show you a way to make fuck you money. Whether it's the motherfucking stocks, whether it's the motherfucking truck, whichever floats your fucking boat. You got two options. I'm giving I'm showing you two options you can make money. You know what I mean? Either you can do the trucks or you can fucking do the stocks. You want to do the stocks? Fine, I'll leave a fucking link. I'll leave a link for you right fucking now. But it ain't gonna be easy. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be easy. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like I said yesterday, I lost $3,200. To be honest, I'm down 13, almost 14,000, maybe 15,000. I don't even know. I stopped counting. I stopped counting how much money I done fucking lost in the last 4 or 5 weeks, or not all together. Because I've been trading stocks while I was doing the truck. That was stupid because I couldn't even sit and watch. I couldn't even sit and watch the screen. So I even lost a few $1,000s while I was driving. So to be honest, I'm probably down like almost $20,000. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? What? Me telling you I lost $20,000 within the last 8 months, right? Lost 20,000. What's it for me to say I want? What's the big deal if I say I made $5,000? You know what I'm saying? I just told you I lost 20,000, motherfucker. Shit. The fuck is $5,000? You act like $5,000 a big goddamn fucking number. Like I'm really showing off. It'd be different. I say, hey, motherfucker, I made $100,000 and I'm showing you 100,000. I'm showing you goddamn maybe 12 stacks, 12 stacks of 100,000 bills. And yeah, you would believe me. You know what I mean? And I showed the money. I showed you guys the money that I made. It was like $5,300 in 30 minutes, and I pulled the money out of that checking account. You know what I mean? Fuck, I don't need to lie to that motherfucker, man. I don't need to lie to you, motherfucker. I ain't here to impress you. I'm just showing you options. I'm just showing you options, man. I'm showing you, look, I'm no different from you guys. You know what I mean? I'm no different from you. Shit. I'm out here making money. You could be out here making money too. I'm making money. I made a little bit of money because I was doing good trades last couple weeks. But this week it trumped that shit. You know, those little wins I got, them shit's gone. That shit wiped me out when I lost that damn $3,700 the other day. Shit. Well, actually, I kind of like broke even. It's like broke even. I'm broke even. But still, it don't fucking matter, man. I'm still down. My one account was $17,000. That shit's down to $2,700. Shit. You know? Oh, but I'm lying about that, right? I'm lying about the fuck I need to lie for. I didn't need to lie about that. Oh, but if I make a gain, I'm lying because I'm making a gain. Nigga, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Nigga ain't gotta lie to you about no bullshit like that. Especially with my goddamn channel about money. I ain't gonna lie to you, motherfucker. Hey, here's that link, man. You want to do stocks? Click that fucking link. There's a link right there. Click that bitch. He'll take you straight to my teacher, man. He'll teach you how to do stocks. And guess what? He's got students to prove that his shit works. Fuck what he make. Yeah, he's a millionaire. My teacher, he's a fucking millionaire. You know, he's got the Lambo, he's got the Ferrari, he's got the house. You know what I mean? But he's making money. He's making money teaching, man. But still, before he even started teaching, he still was a fucking millionaire with just his strategy. So people knock on one another. He's like, oh, man, you're a fake, bro. You make money just off your students, man. Yeah, motherfucker, he's making money off his students. Because everybody wants to make that fucking $1 million that he made when he was trading stocks before he was even a fucking teacher. So that motherfucker make money. He's a fucking millionaire before he was a teacher. And he makes students like myself. I'm not a millionaire yet, but he's got students that are studying like myself that are already on their way, if not already there. He's got a handful of fucking millionaire students. So, yeah, click the link, man. And don't be cheap. I'll tell you right now, don't be cheap. Don't be cheap, man. You figure you're gonna go to school to make, $1 million, right? Right? As soon as you get done with school, you're gonna be making $1 million. You're gonna be making 100,000, 300,000. As soon as you get done with school, meaning you're studying, as soon as you get done with studying, as soon as you get your niche, as soon as you get your comfort, as soon as you get comfortable, as soon as you get, adapted to the market, as soon as you feel comfortable with the market, and as soon as you start profiting from the market, and as soon as you start losing on the market, because the losers are gonna form you. They're gonna form you into that trader. And I'm not saying losing money and losing trades all the time is is okay. What I'm saying is when you make when you take a loss, you know, it should be a good loss, meaning you should be able to cut your losses quick, right? And don't be trying to hope that it's gonna come back. As soon as that bitch goes against you, you should be cutting. You know, that's what I need to be doing. Matter of fact, I already told you guys that when I put in a position, I'm gonna have a stop immediately at a fucking support level. You know what I mean? Maybe 10 cents, maybe 30 cents, whatever it is. But my risk reward is gonna be on time. So if I'm risking 30 cents, you better believe I'm gonna try to make $1 or $2 a fucking share. You get what I'm saying? Um, that's right. Know your motherfucking exit before you go in. That's the key right there. You gotta have that. And I've known my exit, but I didn't have a stop in. So that's my weakness. And that's my problem. That's why I've been getting burned. Because that's what they call a mental stop. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you new to this game, fuck a mental stop. That mental stop is bullshit. That mental stop is bullshit. Unless you got some really good self discipline, you really good with that, then God bless you. You good. But for the motherfucker like me and everybody else, like for example Tim Grutani. Tim Grutani, you don't know who the fuck Tim Grutani is. He's one of my teacher's students. He turned 1,500, well actually 3,000. Well actually 1,500. He lost 1,500. He wiped that account out and put another 1,500. He turned 1,500 within the last 5 years into $5 million using my teacher's strategy. And he be fucking up. That motherfucker lost $500,000 throughout multiple trades. He lost $500,000 doing what I just told you. Meaning, have a fucking mental stop and not covering. So don't feel bad. You know, it happens to the guys that are even millionaires. They be fucking up. You know what I mean? Even happens to the great traders like Tim Grutani. You know what I mean? So don't be hard on yourself. That's why I'm not hard on myself, man. I just know what I gotta do. As soon as I put in a fucking position, that fucking stop is going in immediately after I put in that position. Immediately. I don't give a fuck about that shit. If it hits my stop, it hits my stop. I'd rather be stopped out for $100, $200, $300 than be stopped out for $3,400. You get what I'm saying? Or $5,000. I took a $5,000 hit the other day, a couple weeks ago. Fuck that. No, man. Because it blew my motherfucking mental stop, and I just kept going, letting it go for another stop, and it'll blow through that stop. Man, fuck that. If you knew, you better set a hard stop, motherfucker. Because right now, if you don't, you're gonna get hit, and you're gonna wipe that account out quick. You put $1,000 in there, $2,000, that bitch will be gone in a couple weeks, maybe in a couple of days, depending on how aggressive you are. That bitch will be gone. That bitch might be gone in one day, one trade. If you fuck around and don't put in no hard stops. But I don't let no haters get to me. I don't let them motherfuckers get to me. I'll call their ass out. And matter of fact, as soon as they put some dumb shit on my channel, I'll just block their ass. Yeah, I ain't worried about the haters. I ain't even gotta see it. I'll get rid of their ass. Cause a lot of times, man, at the end of the day, if we was face to face, we wouldn't be talking that crazy shit. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be talking that crazy shit that motherfuckers be talking about. You know what I mean? So if you ain't mad enough to say that shit in front of my motherfucking face, I know you a bitch to put that shit on my motherfucking channel. You know what I mean? Ain't no nigga gonna get out of line with me. You know, why you gonna get out of line with me? I know you ain't gonna get out of line with me. Not in no public, not face to face, motherfucker. You know, but you feel like you can go ahead and get out of line on the channel. That's fine, but that'll be the last time you leave a fucking dumbass comment on my channel. Cause I'll just block your ass. I'll block your ass and get your ass up out of there. Obviously, you on my channel for a reason, motherfucker, right? Because ain't nobody else on that motherfucking channel telling you, hey, what I'm telling you. You know, they ain't telling you this kind of shit. They don't be trying to tell you that shit. Yeah, even though I don't want to tell you like maybe a job or a company I'm working for don't mean, you know what I'm saying, you know the location. You know, you got the same fucking tools that I got. Craigslist. I go to Craigslist. Every time I want a job, I go to Craigslist, man. That's where I get all my jobs at. And they money jobs. Like that job I just found the other day, yesterday, $7,000 job. Oh, for 2 weeks, found that bitch on Craigslist. So Craigslist is money. That's the goddamn fucking gold mine. Especially you trying to get into the oil fields and doing water. Shit, Craigslist the fucking gold mine. But you know what? Who the fuck told you to do that? Who the fuck else is gonna tell you that shit? Ain't none of the other motherfuckers gonna tell you that shit. You know? Ain't nobody. I watched all the rest of these fucking drivers when I was doing Swift. Not one. And now, no, get me wrong. Like Trucker Brown, he was straight. He was telling straight up. He'll tell you straight up. He'll tell you, hey, he was going to. Sometimes he wouldn't call it because he was working for those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, but Trucker Brown, he was telling you who he was working with. But you know, he wasn't like even when he was what do you call it? Even when he was rolling, like when he was rolling with Mountain, he wouldn't say when he was leaving Mountain, he wouldn't say who the fuck he was rolling with. I wouldn't either. He don't want you to come out there and fuck with his money. But he wouldn't even tell you the location. You know what I mean? He won't tell you location. I'm telling you fucking location. I'm telling you what city, motherfucker. I'm telling you pretty much everything you need to know. I'm just not telling you where the fuck I'm working at. Who the fuck the company I'm working for. I'm never going to tell you the company who I'm working for. I don't want you around me, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no competition. There's enough competition by me telling you where the fuck to go. And you coming out here. I damn sure don't need you side by side. You know what I mean? I don't need you working beside me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm still telling you, hey, look, man, there's money out here. You know, I could be like, I couldn't be telling you anything. I could just be showing you my paycheck. I could just be showing you paychecks, saying, hey, look, man, here's $7,000 I made 2 weeks. Oh, where'd you go? What city? I'm not telling you. You know, how would that be? That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. That's not, you know what I mean? That's like just me waving a piece of meat on the line. You know, trying to, you know, the lion hungry as fuck. He want to eat the meat. You know what I'm saying? You know, he want to eat the meat, but I keep pulling it up. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right. So at least I'm telling you where the fuck to go. You know what I mean? Like chasing Andrew. The only reason why chasing Andrew doing what the fuck he's doing because I'm the one telling him what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else talking about that shit. That's why chasing Andrew out there making his money. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody else talking about this shit. Maybe there might be a few other guys talking about that shit, but they weren't talking about that shit before I started talking about this shit. Ain't nobody break this shit because they saw my motherfucking numbers. You know? And I was getting hate mail for that shit. All the drivers that were out here that were watching YouTube, like, bro, why are you telling all these motherfuckers where to go? I had to block them. I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. I do what the fuck I want on my channel. Just like I'm in real life. I walk around here and do what the fuck I want. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna tell me a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And damn sure motherfucker ain't gonna tell me what to do on YouTube. But, yeah, so everything I was looking at, I've been looking at since day one. And motherfucker get out of line with me on these YouTube comments, I'll just get rid of your fucking ass. I'll block your ass because I ain't got time for it. I had one brother, he said the other day, he's like, man, I guess you don't want to help a brother out because I wasn't like, he left a comment and he was like, he wanted me to hurry up and answer him. I didn't block him, I answered him, but yeah, come on, man. I ain't your goddamn fucking recruiter here. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to help you guys out. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you, that's what the channel's about. You know, it's about fuck you money. Not just for me, but for you too. So if I can make the fucking money, that means you can make the fucking money. You ain't no different from me. You know what I mean? You breathe in the same fucking air I'm breathing. You bleed just like I bleed. So what the fuck is the difference? You got 2 hands, you got 2 feet. Some people only got 1 hand, 1 foot. But at the end of the day, you motherfucker, you can make money just like I can. You know what I mean? So the more people I help, shit, the more blessings I get. Shit. So yeah, I hope y'all make motherfucking money. Whether it's the stocks or whether it's from the fucking truck. Either way, you gonna make some money. And you ain't gotta worry about making that dumbass money. You know, like how we used to make it back home. Motherfucker make $500 or $2,500 for the month. That's what I was living off of. I was barely making $2,000 a month, man. What the fuck is that? That's some bullshit money. Fuck is $2,000 a month? $2,500 for the month. That's bullshit money. Motherfucker make that in a week. Motherfucker make 2 times, 3 times that fucking in a week, fucking with these oil fields. But you better be quick though, cause ain't no telling how long that's gonna last. Cause these motherfuckers about to put them fucking logs in these trucks, right? That's what they trying to push for. So ain't no how long. It's not how long. It doesn't know. I don't know how long it's gonna last. You know. But right now it's running. We running like a motherfucker. They're running like a motherfucker. I'm gonna try to make as much money as I can. And then even if they put the fucking logs in, who gives a shit? You're still making fucking $1,000 a week, $1,700, $2,000 a week. You ain't making that at that. You ain't making that at the house, motherfucker. Unless you live in Texas. You know what I mean? You live in Texas, or you drive a fucking field truck or some shit. You know, you might make that. You know, but in the masses, everybody else that's not driving a truck, they're not making no motherfucking $2,000 in a fucking week. $5,000, $7,000 every 2 weeks. Shit, hell no, they ain't making that kind of money. They ain't making that kind of money, man. Motherfucker they might make 2,000, 2,500 if they lucky. I know a little shorty. She said she was at the bank. I think the guys at Chase Bank on the guys that are high up. They make, I think, about high up, like they're in the high up ranks of Chase Bank. They might make it like $1,500, $1,800, like $1,500 in Austin, Texas. So that means you gotta have a college degree. Most of these motherfuckers on here, I'm sure you guys ain't graduates from fucking Harvard or some sort of alumni school, you know what I mean? First division school, you know what I mean? That got bachelor's degree, you know what I'm saying? Or even I don't even know what you need. You probably need an associate's degree to fucking work at Chase Bank, right? Maybe an associate's degree or some shit. Like, you probably gotta have some sort of college to work at Chase Bank to be in the corporate level. You know what I mean? I'm not saying all you guys are fucking illiterate. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure most of us on here didn't go to school and graduated college, you know what I'm saying? And got bachelor's degrees and master's degrees, you know what I'm saying? If that was the case, then, you probably wouldn't be trucking. You would probably be doing some other shit. And you wouldn't even be making the money that these guys out here in the oil fields are making anyways. But you got a stamp of approval that, you went to school and you somewhat, know what the fuck you talking about. But that don't mean shit, because you still ain't making money. Those motherfuckers with college degrees, they ain't making that kind of money. They barely making $2,000, $3,000, maybe $4,000 a month. Shit, motherfucker make that in a week. And he ain't got no fucking college degree. What's the most you made off stocks? That's a good question. Let me think. I think it was on the fly. That one time I showed you that video, that $5,300. I think that's the most I made. That's the most I made while I've been out here and while I've been trucking. And that was just me being aggressive, and me just having some time. I had a few hours in the morning, and I just fucking took it. I was just being aggressive. So yeah, in 30 minutes I made 5,300, whatever the fuck it was. That was my most I ever made. All right. Oh, so let's talk stocks. We'll talk stocks. Japan is coming out with. Remember how we used to have the Sonic? We used to have the supersonic jet from New York going to London or England. Remember that back in the 80s or whatever it was, right? Well, now Japan is coming out with. It's supposed to come out by 2020. They're coming out with a supersonic jet. I was watching on the stock channel today. MSNBC. Yes, they're supposed to be coming out with some shit like that. Yeah, the Concorde. Yeah, there you go. So, Amazon, they have, Amazon, they have that delivery food service now, right? So I was gonna try to do that now, cause I ain't got no car up here in North Dakota, and I just take cabs and shit. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna order some food, right? Nah, not happening. Amazon don't deliver out here. But if you were in LA, if you're in like LA or New York, or I don't even know, I know in LA they do, but you just gotta type in when you go to Amazon. You go to the food department or whatever it is. I don't know. You have to find the link. I don't know what the link is. I got the link. Hold on. Here, hold up. I got the link. I'll show it to you. Well, anyways, I typed in my fucking zip code. Not happening. Not happening. They will not deliver to me. I was like, motherfucker, because I'm spending like $40. I spend like $40 on a cab just to go from here to there, 20 there and 20 back. So I was like, sweet. I don't have to spend for no cab. I could just stay in this motherfucker. Nope. No. 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 Amazon doesn't deliver out here. But you might be in a city where they might deliver, so you might be good. You might be good. And it's cheaper too. It's cheaper. It's cheaper to order your groceries through Amazon than it is to go to Walmart and get your food. So you may check it out. Here's the link. Yeah, check that link out right there. I just posted. There you go. Yeah, they got it in New Jersey called Prime Pantry. Yep, that's it right there. It's like $15 a month. $15 a month. You can order all your food online. Ice cream, you can order all that shit. Frozen food, I had that shit bagged up, ready to go. One dude, I watched his video on YouTube. He said he ordered 1:00 in the morning. 15 hours later, that food was at his doorstep. 15 hours later, that fucking food from 1:00 in the morning. 15 hours after that, on a Tuesday at 1 a.m., he had ordered, and that motherfucking food was at his doorstep in 15 hours. So that's money. So I'm gonna be all about that shit. Once I get in a back in the city, I'm gonna be all about ordering all my food on Amazon. So the stock, Amazon's a big company, man. So the stock don't mean shit, man. That's a big company. You know, you're not gonna make no money on a stock that's. Let's go look, see what Amazon stock is. Amazon stock. Amazon stock. See how much that thing is. That motherfucker's at $1,100, man. So if you want to make money on Amazon, you would probably have to do it on futures. I don't even know if they got it on futures or options, right? On options. I think it's you got to go to options. But as far as buying the stock itself, shit, just to buy one share costs you $1,100. Costs you $1,141 just to buy one share. Just to buy one share costs you $1,100. Motherfucker, you ain't gonna make no money. You ain't gonna make no money if you just offer one share. That bitch moves 1 cent off of one share. You get the point. Oh man. Oh shit. It's already 11 o'clock, man. I'm about to take my ass to sleep. So what stocks am I looking at tomorrow? Let's look right now. My fucking lift's starting to get chapped out here. Yeah, I had a couple good stocks today. That's all. I was like, I could have got in. There was one stock. It was going sideways, right? And they had good news. The stock had good news. And when I say good news, it had good news like just a few hours ago, where I was looking at it this morning. And it was just going sideways, and it popped. That's what I've been taught how to buy, right? Buy when that bitch pops. But I like to buy. I like to I'll take the risk, you know, and I'll just buy. I'll put a stop right below there, like the bottom of that fucking sideways price action. You know what I mean? So if the stock is going sideways, right? It's going up and down, up and down. I'm gonna put a stop right below the bottom, right below the bottom of that stock. That's it. You know what I mean? If the stock is gonna go up, it's gonna go up. It's not gonna go down. It's not gonna go retest the fucking bottom. Sometimes it does. If it does, then I'm out.
Market data connection lost.
Yeah, I'm gonna start using stops now, man. Yeah, fuck yeah, Andrew. Um, anyways, I saw the stock going sideways this morning, and it popped open. I think I could have made 60 cents. I think I could have made like 60 cents. I'm gonna show you the stock right here. I'm gonna try to find it. But it was such a good fucking setup, man. I just got, like I said, man. That's the problem. When you take big losses, it fucks up your confidence, man. So, how do you prevent from taking big losses? Set those stops. Set those stops immediately after you put in a position. You know, because if it stops you out, it stops you out. You're only going to be down, depending on how big your size of your position is. You're only going to be down a few $100, or maybe in the double digits, maybe $90 or $50, whatever it is. But you're not going to be down. I wouldn't be down no fucking $3,400, $5,000. You know what I mean? If I had those fucking stops in place. So, like I said, and like Andrew told me, he told me a long time ago, Andrew. So, you know, sometimes I should listen to him, because he listened to me. He listened to me. He's making money. I didn't listen to him. I'm losing money. So we're I'm not we're not synced here, and I'm not synced with you, Andrew. So maybe I need to get synced with you, because I'm not listening to you when I should be listening to you, because you damn sure listen to me, and your ass making money. I'm losing money. All right, let me see if I can find this stock. So, anyways, is this it? No, that's not it. Is this it right here? Yeah, I got it. It's GALT. Here, check it out, you guys. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a good setup, man, this morning. Check it out. See right here? See this right here? See this bullshit? Let me make sure I get the flag up. Alright, so right here, after hours, you see these flags? Those are news. So right here is good news, right? It had some sort of news. Alright, so this was the news right here. Some sort of treatment. Shows treatment benefits, right? It said, shows treatment benefits to subset of NASH patients. And either way, it was some sort of good news, all right? It was good news. Either way, it was news. I didn't know if it was good news or not, but it was going. You see the sideways price action? And you see, anytime you see a stock like this going sideways, this motherfucker is coiling up the pop. It coils up the pop. So you see the bottom of this, I'll put my stop right below this. And if I wasn't scared like I was scared this morning, I would have bought this shit right here when it was going sideways, and I would have bought big. Because look at the price of it. It's only $1.35 a share. You know, I would have bought 23 fucking hundred shares, 2, 3, maybe 4,000 shares, right? 4,000 shares at what, $1.34, and the bottom of this is 22. So let's just say 9 cents a share. Let's do the math. So if I took a 9 cent a share loss on, let's say, 4,000 shares, what that cost me? 4,000 times 9 cents. How much is that? That's $360. But what was the reward of that? Let's check it out. If I would have bought right here, let's say I would have bought right around here, 132. So from 132, a high of, no way, it didn't go to $3 fucking dollars. It wasn't up $3. It went up this afternoon, right here at a high, right here. The high was right here. So the high was from 332 to 177. Let's do the math real quick. 332 to 177. All right, let's do the math real quick. At 4,000 shares. All right, so 132 subtract 177. How much is that? That's 45 cents. 45 cents times 4,000. That's $1,800. How long would it have took me? If I would have bought this morning while I was going sideways this morning. Hold on. Hold up. Let's see. Alright, so right around 944, 947. Let's say 946, right? From 946 to the top, 11. So 10, 11, so 10. Let's say like an hour and a half, you know? Hour and a half, could have made like $2,000. Not bad. And it was easy, man. It was easy. I would have set my stop. I would have set my stop and just let it go. And I just would have had to find a top. I just had to find a top to where I was like, all right, this bitch is not, it's topping out. It's starting to go red. I would have got the fuck out. Made my little money and got the fuck out of there. The time I like to make money, I'm starting to feel my sweet spot. The time to make money is from 9:30 in the morning. I like to get up early. So North Dakota time, I have to get up an hour ahead.
Market
So
data connection lost.
some of these stocks, they open at 4 a.m. So my ass is up at 2:30 in the morning, North Dakota time. Because I gotta go walk Angel, right? I gotta walk Angel. I might meditate. I like to meditate. I started meditating like this week in the morning. So meditate for like 10
Market
minutes.
data connection re-established.
Meditate for like 10 minutes, and then start looking to see what stocks are running, or what stocks I can look, and or I have the scanners running or whatever it is, and start trying to see what stocks are setting up. Like that stock I just showed you, how it's going sideways. That's a setup. That's a setup, man. That's a setup. That's a setup like a motherfucker. That's a setup. That's a setup. I'm trying to see if this stock is gonna go up, and it went up. Because the only reason I figured it was gonna go up because the news. There was some sort of fucking news, and those are kind of setups I'm looking for too. And that's the scanner that I'm running.
Connection lost.
Let me turn this shit off, man. This bitch is gonna ignore me. Where you at, man? Where you at? Where you hiding at? There you are. What I'll do is on Stocks to Trade, you can set a scanner for news. So if a stock puts out news, it'll pop up on that scanner, and all you got to do is just click on it. You ain't got to look for that shit. You ain't got to do nothing. All you got to do is have that scanner running on your app. Like this is a scanner right here. See that? That right there is a scanner. That's my. Oh, that's. Oh, sorry. This is. Hold up. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. This is not right. Okay. So, anyways, see, I hit this. I click this. I X this out, right? See right here, I can make. Let's get rid of it. All right. So I could put down. So I already have news, right? So I'll go over here. I click this box. So today, well, I would put today. So that means at 12 a.m. when it hits, that means that it'll be for that day from 12 a.m. till 4 a.m. It's gonna show me what's as soon as I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It'll show me all the news that's popping right on any stock. So what I do is I wouldn't use this because usually in the morning, like it's so early in the morning, you're not gonna get a lot of volume because everybody's asleep, especially if you're in North America at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the fucking morning in North Dakota time. People are just getting up. If they're in East Coast New York, right? If it's 2 o'clock here, it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning over in New York, and a lot of times they're probably still fucking asleep. So anyways, this volume wouldn't be right. I would use this volume around afternoon. So I would only want to see stocks that are fucking over $1 million in volume, and I want to make sure this is, you don't worry about this right here. Just X that out. So just the news and that, and I'll hit this bitch right here. But we're not going to do that. We'll just hit it now and see what's running. See if there's any news. Oh, it's not running. Huh. We're having, see the thing is, it's not running, it's not acting. I think it's fucking froze. It's frozen. You see the little ball moving? This fucking thing's frozen. Yeah, it's locking me out. It's not moving. It's not acting right. Yeah, I gotta shut this bitch down. It's not acting right. Get out of here. Anyways. Stocks and Trade's not working right. See, that's the problem with Stocks and Trade. Motherfucker don't want to act right. Yeah, like I said, for any kind of fucking filter you want, you can make it on the stocks of trade. You want to look for low floats with news? You can pinpoint exactly what you're looking for. You can pinpoint exactly what the fuck you're looking for. You're looking for low float. You're looking for stocks that are underneath, below $1. You know what I mean? If you're looking for stocks with volume over 1 million in volume, if you're looking for percent change, you're looking for stocks that are only moving 1%, 2%, 3% within the last 5 minutes. You know what I mean? That'll pop up, man. You can just, sky's the limit, man. Sky's the fucking limit. You just pick what you want. That bitch would be out of there. Yeah, fuck Thinkorswim. Yeah, fuck Thinkorswim. I ain't hear good things about Thinkorswim, but it's a lot better than Robinhood, though. It's a lot better than Robinhood. And you're saying that they have their screeners, so that's good. So, yeah, that's good. But I'm pretty sure it's not as sophisticated as Stocks to Trade, your Thinkorswim app. It doesn't even come close. You know, it doesn't even come close to Stocks to Trade. Stocks to Trade is its own animal. You know, if you ain't got Stocks to Trade, you missing on money. You losing money. You losing money. All right, let me try to pull this up again. I'm watching the fucking Food Channel. I'm like, damn, well, I'm getting hungry. I've been hungry since what? I've been hungry since 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Nah, see. Yeah, this fucking thing might be dying on me. I plug this bitch up. Just go to stocksandtrade.com, man. They'll get you set up. Ain't no secret. Just go to Stocks and Trade. Go to Stocks and Trade, man. Go to Stocks and Trade and get your Stocks and Trade. Oh man, holy shit. Oh man. 3 hours ago. Yeah, it's time to eat. I'm gonna eat some apples, man. I already had 2, I'm gonna eat some more. Wait for the Stocks to Trade to load up. What do you say? I don't know. Yeah, you can go and get it. Anybody can get Stocks to Trade, man. Anybody can get Stocks to Trade. Just go and check it out. Yeah, just go check it out. What's up, girl? Fucking weather's starting to change out here, man. Motherfucker getting chapped lips and shit. Yeah, man. I remember when I first came out here. I came out here, like I said, in March, right? My whole goddamn face was chapped. My lips were chapped. My nose, inside my nose was chapped. Inside my nose, not on my nose. Inside my nose was chapped. Man, I'm not even outside, and my fucking lips are already getting chapped up. Yeah, it's bad out here, man. Yeah, look at at this shit. That's some nasty shit right here. What's going on with this shit? Yeah. Shit's all black and shit. But yeah, one thing about being out here in the cold, y'all has to get chapped up out here, boy. Chap. All right, so check this out. There you go. See, look at all that. Look at that fire. Look at that. That's all news, man. See that? Look at that shit. That's all shit. That's all news for today. These are all the stocks that are running. So this is all stocks that ran on news today. And I just click it, right? And this will pop up in this box right here. Let me make sure. See right here, it shows you the color, right? See this little red box? You can change it to whatever color you want. Red, yellow, green, whatever you want. I just pick red. All right, so red. And I go to the screener, and it's red. And I'll click this stock, and it'll pop up in this little this tab. It'll pop up in the tab. If I see it, something I like, right? What is this? 3 years? It's not really doing much, right? But it's up from oh, look at that. That motherfucker's up from 2 cents to $1. Holy shit. Look at the fucking points on that. That thing's up 900,000 or 9 million %. This motherfucker went from 0 to fucking $1. That's insane. You know, that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of motherfucking money. And this is a big chart. This is 3-year chart right here. Let's go to 20-year chart. Look at this shit. This fucking stock has just been going sideways, man. This bitch ain't been doing shit. This motherfucker's been at 1 cent. 1 cent for the last almost 10 years. And now, today, right? Today it went $1. It went to $1, I think. Yeah, it went to $1. Yeah, went $1. That's a lot of money, man. If you would have bought 1,000 shares, no, man. Penny stocks is different, man. If you would have bought 1,000 shares, right, and the stock goes from 1 cent to $1, that's a lot of money. That's like 100 times your money, or some shit. It's like crazy. It's insane. It's different. It doesn't move. It moves differently if you're fucking with $1, and it goes from $1 to $2. But when you go from a penny to $1, that's a lot of money. It's just different. I can't explain it. You have to get into it and know what I'm saying. But yeah, just click and see what setups are setting up. You know what I mean? You know, just keep going through. This is a lot of stocks to be fucking with. You know what I mean? There's a lot. I didn't. Now, if you don't want to search through thousands of these stocks, now what I would do is click that, right? Get that shit up out of there. And then I would put, price, less than $20, or I want less than $1 now. So I just do this. So I say less than, right? Less than $1. Put a 1 there, right? So basically what I'm doing is I'm setting up an algorithm, and this algorithm is going to pull all the stocks that are running on news today. So I only look for stocks that are running under $1, right? And then let's see, what else can we do? We'll do low float too, right? Low float. I only fuck with stocks that are low float. A lot of times if they're less than $1, they priority are low float anyways. But we'll just do low float. We'll say 100 million, right? I mean, we'll say, yeah. Is it 100 fucking million or 100,000? I can't fucking remember now. Oh man, I don't even remember. Well, let's just say 500,000. Less than 500,000 float. Alright, less than 500,000 float. Okay? Alright, so we got less than 500,000 in float, and we want to fuck with stocks that are less than $1. And I would run that motherfucker, right? Run it. Alright, so there's nothing showing. There's nothing showing for today. Maybe you need to take the float out. Maybe there's something we pulled up without the float. Oh, we got one. We got two. All right, so let's check and see what these stocks look like. See if they running. Oh, look at that. That's nice. That would have been a nice. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a big chart. Small chart. Small chart. Getting all excited here. Getting all excited for no reason. Well, this had a good run. This bitch went from now. It didn't do shit. Only went up 6 cents. This one. Yeah, but yeah, you get the point. So yeah, stocks and trades good. I like stocks and trades. Stocks and trades good. Fucking Food Channel. That's all they doing, eating. They've been eating all day since 8 o'clock tonight. They show Cape Town. They were showing Cape Town. They were showing something. Yeah. South America, something in South Africa. Anyways. But yeah, I want a hot water. Yeah. What I'm cooking up? Oh, just apples, man. Yeah, apples. That's right. Oh man. All right. Let's watch a video. Watch a video. All right, video time. Study time. You guys can listen to this video. This DVD cost me like $800, so you can listen and learn. Right? This video is my teacher's DVD. I got two of them. These two DVDs cost about shit. He got one DVD. It's like $1,700, but he's got it on sale for like $900 right now. That's what I say. You can't be cheap. Going to Newtown, huh? There you go. There you go, boy. Good for you. You'll make money. I had a position to go to Newtown. I'm like, fuck that. I don't even want to deal with those mountains because they got some mountains up there. I mean, they got that hilly bullshit. I don't even want to deal with that. Hell no. And you on an Indian reservation too? That's some bullshit, man, over there. They got their own little law enforcement over there. Nah, man, I don't like fucking with them. Like to stay on U.S. soil. Fuck that Indian reservation. They got cattle and shit running around on the road and shit. Buffalo. Man, you fuck around and get killed out there, boy. In Newtown. If you don't get killed by the cattle, you might get killed by the Indians over there. Because they will kill your ass. But I think they said now it's a little bit chill, but still. Don't get out of line with them Indians over there on the Indian reservation. Man, they will fuck your ass up. For real. Yeah, I done heard some stories about Newtown. Yeah, so be careful you go to Newtown. They'll light your ass up, man. Don't fuck around on that Indian reservation. Alright, don't play over there. But not only you got to worry about the Indians, right? You gotta worry about their cattle and their horses. When you're driving that truck at night, fucking buffalo. A buffalo is the size of a goddamn fucking Chevy pickup truck. They got buffalo the size of a goddamn fucking Chevy pickup truck. You fuck around, you driving your truck at night, cause they ain't got no. They got some fences on. They got some fences on that fucking thing, right? On those roads. But sometimes they a lot of times them motherfuckers be running wild across the road. So you running at night, and you ain't got no good lights on your truck. Like you saw that truck I had. I had to put lights on that motherfucker. I didn't put them on. He paid for that shit. That was his truck. But I got those motherfuckers added onto the truck because he couldn't see shit. So if you can't see at night and you got some bullshit headlights in front of your fucking truck, and you in Newtown, believe me, you gonna fucking hit something. And it ain't gonna be pretty. But they got horses. They got big old fucking cattle. They got big ass motherfucking buffalo. And they got some bulls out there too. They got the big ass bulls the size of a fucking Chevy truck. So yeah, when you driving to Newtown, be careful at night. Yeah, be careful at night. Be careful. You've been warned. That's the reason why I didn't want to fuck with Newtown. I had a job over there, sweet job, a couple weeks ago. I was like, nah, I'm good. I knew the area he wanted me to drive in too. I'm good. But yeah, you good, man. If you got lights and shit, you good, man. But that's the only thing I ain't like about it. But it's nothing. That's nothing, man. I don't even gotta worry about that shit. But you do gotta worry about it, yo. If you driving a truck and at night, you know, it ain't just gonna be a bump. You gonna fuck up. You might even try to swerve. You know, those big ass animals, man. Talking about a bull. A bull's like 2,000 pounds. You know, the size of a goddamn car. It's like having a car accident. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be pretty. Truck is big, but the truck ain't that motherfucking big. Yeah, it's something's gonna happen. Yeah, it's in Newtown, man. It's in Newtown. I was all through Newtown. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've been in Newtown. I don't like Newtown. Because they don't keep those fucking animals behind those goddamn fucking fences. Horses, buffalo, fucking cattle. They got fences, but sometimes those motherfuckers get loose. A lot of times they get loose. Fuck the bullshit. They get loose all the time. Fuck that. And you gotta worry about that shit here in Williston. Like, on the U.S. On the U.S. side. I know you gotta worry about that in Texas. Andrew was saying he got a lot of shit you gotta worry about when I was in Texas. They got cattle and shit. They got free cattle. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I don't matter if you got a cattle guard or not, man. That cattle guard ain't gonna do shit. Especially a big ass buffalo. Fuck that cattle guard gonna do? I bet still gotta go underneath the truck. Cattle guard ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. Not with a 2,000 pound fucking buffalo. Hell no, they don't keep the fucking roads up on the res. They do, but they don't. They do. Yeah, they do. The dirt roads are fucking shitty. They fucking holy as fuck. Like I broke that trailer. That trailer that broke, that's why that guy got rid of me, man. His trailer broke. It snapped. And it's because they're fucking the roads they had over there. Fucking they're big ass holes, man. Big ass holes and shit. Yeah. Big ass holes. Yeah, man, you fine, bro. I'm just giving you a heads up. Just be careful. Yeah, you can make good money out there. I'm just telling you be careful out there. You know? That's not gonna that wouldn't stop me. I had options. You know, I already been there, done that. I don't wanna fuck around with that. Nah, fuck sand. No. I'm not doing no sand. No sand for me, man. No sand for me. Those days are gone, man. Long gone. No more sand, man. Fuck. You know what, man? I was thinking, if I was doing water, if I would have did water when I found out about water, I could have probably had $50,000, $70,000 already. $75,000, $80,000. Fucking stupid, man. Fucking with this fucking chump here. Fucking wasting my time with this fucking sand and that fucking dude that I was driving for. Wasting my time with that motherfucker. Should have been doing sand. I mean, should have been doing water the whole time I got here.
Hey, Tim Sykes here with a quick little video lesson on the hottest stock right now, ASTC, up 75% on the day in the 480s. I was alerting it in here, just around 4. And, you know, it was a little choppy. It wasn't a gimme. I sold too soon, as usual. But the key is recognizing hot stocks early. Because hot stocks early, especially with catalysts, especially in this market, can keep going. And that is the key. If you watch my video lesson from yesterday, reviewing the best trades in stocks of November, I'll link it also. The whole gist of that video lesson was trade volatile stocks. Look for the biggest percent winners, look for the stocks that can have the most legs, and then try to ride the momentum a little bit. You don't have to hold it the whole time. It doesn't really matter. Here's my trade on ASTC. I made a few $100s, okay? A lot of you guys are like, Tim, you've made millions. Why do you care about a few $100s? The profit is irrelevant, the profit or the loss. It's the process that matters. And if you understand that by the end of this video lesson, leave a comment underneath this video saying, it's the process. 3 words. It's the process. Because one stock, one trade doesn't matter. No one trade is ever going to make you rich. But the process and repeating that process over and over and over and over again can. That is the key. So every single trade, every single day helps you learn, helps you refine the process. And your process might be different from my process. Your strategy, your pattern might be different than mine. I know a lot of my students who like shorting charts like this. They like shorting morning spikes, and they're trying to get it when it's a little overextended in here, maybe in the low 4s, and they can cover in the high 3s, and you can make 10% on the way down. For me, I can't do that. I suck at shorting these morning spikes. The ones that I do short always keep going. So what I've learned to do is focus on the morning spikers and not chase it, but dip by it, okay? By the time I bought this thing just above 4, it had already hit the 420s. So I was buying it on a 25 cent a share dip. After the morning spike, after the news was already out, after the stock has proven itself. And by the way, it just keeps going, even as I'm making this video lesson. This thing is hitting new highs all the time. And this, you know, I'm filming this an hour after the stock market has been open. So this can be quick. I don't care if you're a part-time trader. I don't care if you have a full-time job, if you're in school. If you can focus on the first half hour of the trading day or the last half hour of the trading day, you can see ridiculous spikes like this. This isn't even the biggest winner. PXS is the biggest winner. And in the past 30 minutes, this thing has doubled, okay? And if you look at my watch list, okay? Learn the process and also look at my watch list. Look at this. One stock I highlighted in the title, 15 hot stocks to watch like PXS. What did I say about PXS? I said this is the top potential dip buy as they've all run recently, but now they're also off their highs. So if the market's bouncing and any of these companies have news, I'll look for bounces to buy into. Ideally, a big morning panic with little volume is my favorite pattern to dip buy. So PXS was my number one stock to watch today. It was in the title and it was listed first in my watch list. And now it is up 155%. I didn't get the big morning panic that I wanted, so I did not trade it. I can't, pick these things 100% exactly right all the time. I'm not psychic. This isn't inside information. This is a process. So even though I had PXS on my watch list, I didn't trade it. ASTC had the good news. They have this new technology that can look at explosives. They had the catalyst, they had the chart, they had the price action, so I took it. And I made my roughly 10%. As it turned out, their turn, what is this? It could have made like $1 a share, so nearly 25%. Coulda, woulda, shoulda made. But I'm happy with making nearly 10%. Trading volatile stocks, taking a piece of the move, recognizing what pattern works best for you. That is the key lesson here. And I got to give props to several students in the chat room. I just saw, who was it? Mad Dog 7112. Look at this. This is a great trade. All out of ASTC at 460 from 390. Okay? And Mad Dog 7112 timed it better than me. And this is just one. I mean, there's hundreds of students. I'm sorry, I'm not going to have time to congratulate all of you, but whether you're trading ASTC or PXS, these are the main plays. And look at this. Here's Plastic Paul. He was in ASTC, in at 401, on the second dip, out at 421. Too soon, but well on the right track. And it's okay to sell too soon. And it's okay to be on the right track. Okay? It's the process. No one trade is going to make you rich. Use every single trade to get a little wiser or a little richer. So every single day, you can learn. Even if you're not necessarily profiting on every trade, even if you sell too soon, maybe you cut losses too quickly, you're learning. This is not an exact science, but by trading over and over and over again, or if you're practice trading using stocks to trade, paper trading, that's fine too. But as long as you're moving forward, knowledge-wise, monetary-wise, over time, 6, 12, 18 months from now, you will understand what process, what strategies work best for you. That's today's lesson. I'll see you guys in the chat room. Again, leave a comment underneath this video if you understand what I'm talking about, saying it's the process.
It's the process, man. Like I told you guys, motherfucker, you ain't gonna just get rich off of one stock. It's the process. Over time, like I was saying, I'm down like 13, maybe 15, maybe even $20,000. Just within the last 8 months. You know what I'm saying? But you call that tuition, because you're gonna lose in this game. But a lot of guys, I'm sure they didn't lose that much. I'm just aggressive. You know what I mean? And that's my weakness. That's why I lost that. Some guys, they only losing $1,500, but that $1,500 he put back in that motherfucker, he's up $5 million. I'm down $20,000. You know what I mean? Obviously, that's motherfucker just need it. Everybody's different. I'm different from you. You might only lose a couple $100. You might not even lose, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You might start this shit. You might put $2,000 in that bitch, and 6, 7 months, 4 or 5 months later, you probably up $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Everybody's different. I'm different from you. You different from me. So you might be good, or you might lose. You might lose you might wipe your account 2 or 3 times. You know what I mean? You might wipe your account out 2 or 3 times. But you know what? It's just tuition, motherfucker. You gotta go to school, man. That's all this is. It's just school, man. That's all it is. Don't take it personal, man. Take it in stride, man. Take that shit in stride. Because at some point, you're gonna get it. Just like me, I'm gonna get this motherfucker at some point. I'm gonna get this bitch at some point. But I'm not gonna go big anymore. And if I do go big, I will set my stop immediately right after I put in that position. So if it stops me out at 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 shares, I'll take my $1,000 loss. If I'm risking $1,000, believe me, I'm gonna make fucking 8,000, 5,000, 4,000. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to the next video lesson. I wish I didn't have to fucking keep clicking. We'll just do a smiley face. Money. We'll leave dollar signs. Every time I'm done with a video lesson, I'll just leave. I used to say another video lesson down, but I don't feel like typing all that shit. Now I'm just gonna leave stacks of dollars. Stacks of dollars. So just if you were to bookmark yourself, you'd be like, all right, I already watched that video lesson. You can scroll down to the comments and be like, all right, I already left my note or left my dollars on there. I already watched that video lesson. Time to move to the next one. He's got fucking 4,000 video lessons, man. Fucking 4,000 video lessons. It's like over 300 fucking hours. It's almost 400 hours of video lessons, man.
Hey, how's it going? Tim Sykes here. I hope you're having a good weekend. I just want to recap the month of November. It is good to go back over the past few days, over the past few weeks, and review your own trades and review other people's trades and see what's working. And I think by the end of this video lesson that you'll understand
I wish the best for you too, man.
what's working is trading these crazy volatile supernova stocks. And there's a lot of them. You know, it's kind of been overwhelming the past few days. If you hear me a little nasally, I've been traveling, I've been working with my charity, but I'm also just overwhelmed with the number of plays. And I'm overwhelmed right now with the number of students who are seeing, oh shit, this stuff actually is real. So whether you want to go long or short, mind you, and there's not like one right trade versus wrong trade, you know, we're all different. And as I review several students in my own trades over the next few minutes, I hope you'll begin to see that you have to figure out a pattern that works best for you. Whether you want to go long on dips in the morning panic like I like to do, or if you like shorting morning spikes into supernova parabolic type activity like Tim Bertani likes, or if you like holding for several days or weeks. You know, there's swing trading too. So I just want to show you how a few of my top students and I are profiting in this market. It's pretty cool. Everyone is in the Tim Sykes Challenge chat room, learning their stuff in real time. It is by far my favorite chat room these days. And obviously, I'm proud that it's my own chat room, but frankly, I'm a little surprised because a few years ago, the chat room, I mean, it was decent, but it wasn't all that great. And now several millionaire students, several six-figure students have emerged. And they are just crushing it, as you'll hear in a little bit. And by the end of this video lesson, if you understand what I'm saying, leave a comment underneath this video saying, I will trade volatile stocks. 4 words, because a lot of you guys are trading, you know, choppy stocks or stocks that maybe have good products or good announcements, but they're not going truly supernova. If there's one thing I've learned over the years, these supernovas, which is a term I came up with, this is the way to making a lot of money, because even if you capture a small piece of the move, you can bank, which, you know, is one of the best lessons from some of my recent best trades where I haven't traded perfectly anywhere close to it, but when I have focused on the patterns that I have come to know and love, I've done okay. And even if I take a small chunk of the move, because these stocks are so volatile, it can add up fast. So here's one example, EKSO. I missed the big up move here. It was pathetic. You know, this is a play that I've made 70 grand on in the past, trading from a yacht in the British Virgin Islands. By the way, my top students and I will be on Below Deck again this coming Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's a fun show. Don't take it so seriously. And in this week's episode, you will see me and my top students get in a champagne spray fight. And it's fun. Don't get all offended by us spraying champagne all over the precious yacht. I also surprised them with 2 schools in their honor. I don't know if the TV show is going to show that. I think that's a little too noble for this TV show. I don't know how they're going to work that in, but you will see a champagne spray fight. I guarantee you that. Anyways, EKSO, fantastic press winner where they were rumored to do this deal with Ford, and really we haven't gotten any details. The stock spiked up big as Bloomberg and I think Fox covered it, and then it's come straight down. This is a potential dip buy though. If we get more Ford details or any other details, this thing can bounce. So definitely continue watching that. But let me get into some students here. Here's Roland. He made $106,000
taking the hair out this damn
November.
thing.
All of his trades detailed.
That's better.
If anybody says, they made X amount or Y amount,
That's way better.
you need to see the trade details, okay? Don't just show me a screenshot. Don't just show me, one trade. Like, you can see how this all added up to $106,000. And on Profitly, you can actually sort it. His biggest gain was right here on EKSO. He likes going long. That's cool. And he nailed EKSO. He nailed the GLBS. He nailed CERC and DCIX and LRTTF. I mean, there are so many freaking plays right now. It's insane. So props to Roland on his gains. His biggest losses, look at this. He has losses, but look at how he's cutting his losses. And even now, he says, but did not cut quickly enough. You see his gains, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Losses of $2,000, $1,000, $300. He has gotten very good at protecting his gains.
Damn, that's
and
good.
that
man.
is why he's turned this year now 4,000 into 400,000, winning just 64% of the time.
Jesus.
A lot of people are shocked by this because you see the profit chart going straight up. It's like, how is this possible? Because he controls his losses. So props to you, Roland.
Man, this motherfucker started off with 4,000, right? And he started in March. He started in March of this year. So basically, when I came out here in March, he's already up $400,000 by the end, as we speak right now with just $4,000. Man, yeah, man. And I'm down 20,000. You see what I'm saying? Fucking shit.
Congrats, fantastic work. Here's my trades. I made roughly $10,000 on the month.
Watch this. Let's see what the fuck he's saying, man.
Watching that. But let me get into some students here. Here's Roland. He made $106,000 in November. All of his trades detailed. If anybody says, they made X amount or Y amount, you need to see the trade details, okay? Don't just show me a screenshot. Don't just show me, one trade. Like, you can see how this all added up to $106,000. And on Profitly, you can actually sort it. His biggest gain was right here on EKSO. He likes going long. That's cool. And he nailed EKSO. He nailed the GLBS.
Damn.
He nailed CERC and DCIX and LRTTF.
Jesus.
I mean, there are so many freaking plays right now. It's insane. So props to Roland on his gains. His biggest losses, look at this. He has losses, but look at how he's cutting his losses. And even now, he said, but did not cut quickly enough. You see his gains, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Losses of $2,000, $1,000, $300. He has gotten very good at protecting his gains. And that is why he's turned this year now 4,000 into 400,000, winning just 64% of the time. A lot of people are shocked by this because you see the profit chart going straight up. It's like, how is this possible? Because he controls his losses. So props to you, Roland. Congrats. Fantastic work. Here's my trades. I made roughly $10,000 on the month. Not my best month at all. In fact, one of my worst months. But I've been traveling in Asia, just trading in the middle of the night and then doing charity all day. It's a stress. It's tough. And EKSO was the gimme. It fit my pattern. It's a stock I've done well on. And I screwed up. I hesitated. I missed it. And then I didn't want to chase it. And, that's, again, I'm trading with a small account. I'm not going to make 100,000, but I would have been happy with like 20 or 30,000. But you can't go back in time. All you can try to do is do better. My biggest gain on the month was GLNNF. This was the other day. And this was one where I was dip buying the morning panic. Let me show you this. GLNNF. And dip buying panics has become my recent favorite. I have hundreds of video lessons on this, literally. You can see here, going straight up, big morning panic. I bought this morning panic. I got in here on the 180s. I nailed the dip, and I sold way too soon. This was a 50% bounce, and even now on day 4, this is a 40% bounce, 40% bounce. I took 10% profits. I did not time it great on my exit. It was the middle of the night for me in Asia, and just sucked. And I'm not making excuses, but I bring it up because I want to show you what I did right and wrong. And I have a whole, I think, 30-minute video lesson on that trade. So watch it. That was my best trade of the month.
Who's your broker?
IZA, this was a nice little earnings winner that I dip bought, and this one sold this one way too soon. Again, on my biggest profits, the funny thing is that I'm not like trading them perfectly. I'm buying this thing, I'm making my 10, 12%, bought it at 375, out at 420. The next day, I think it got even up to 6. So it came down eventually. Let me see, when was this? This was a little while ago. Was it more than 14 days ago? Or was that the spike? No, it was here. It was back here. And it got, you can't see it, but it did get up to 6, either after hours or pre-market. And then it came all the way down. So there was actually, I dip bought the initial dip on the earnings win after hours. But then even like day 2, it came all the way down to 389 before on day 4 bouncing up. I mean, this little bounce here, I mean, this is a 30% bounce. And then if you want to hold it longer, excuse me, I'm still not feeling 100%, but I'm trying to get better. If you want to hold it longer for, the dip buy and the earnings win several weeks, okay, look at this. You buy it at, let's say, I mean, you're not going to time the exact bottom, but let's say you buy it at 4-ish, you can flip it here at 530. I mean, this is another 30% win. So there's a lot of opportunity on IZEA. And I did not time it perfectly. EKSO, I did catch a little long the other day on a big morning panic, and that was a good little dip buy. And HMNY, I got a dip buy too. All of these actually. Wow, every single one of my top 4 plays of the month were dip buys. So I didn't even know that until I just made this video lesson. So if you wonder why am I doing dip buys on a lot of morning panics, well, here it is. 4 good trades, did not take them as much as I could have, but I still profited. And then my biggest loss is, let's see if this will load. Not on the best Wi-Fi either. My losses, the good news is I control my losses. You can see here, I lost a few $100s a few times. But here's who I really want to congratulate. I'm going to write a whole blog post on this this week. Tim Grattani, my second millionaire student, just had the best month of his career. And he says this, wow, what a month, best of his career by far.
That guy he's talking about, Tim Grattani, I was just telling you about, he turned 1,500. He's already up, he made $500,000 last month. He made $559,000 last month, man. $559,000 last month. And he just started with $1,500. $1,500. He flipped that bitch in over $5 million in like 4 or 5 years.
Made $559,000. Look at this. He was shorting GBTC. Made $112,000. He was shorting TOPS. Made $69,000. These are all verified, by the way. This is with the Centerpoint, the secret broker, where you need a minimum of 30,000. Email admin at timothysykes.com if you want an intro. And then E-Trade here had shares of Tops. Look at this, making $69,000, $60,000 using Cobra, then shorting Tops again, shorting BTSC. He made some on the BTSC long. XNet, he's making some money short, $29,000, BTSC short, GBTC short,
God
GBTC
damn.
short. You can see here that he's trading a lot of the same stocks over and over and over again. And guess what? GBTC, even though it's a higher price stock, I mean, this fits my penny stock pattern. And you could even make a case that all of these Bitcoin stocks, very similar to the medical marijuana stocks, which are similar to the low float stocks, which are similar to the shipping stocks, which are similar to the police equipment stocks, which ran a few years ago. Whenever you get this kind of parabolic supernova type action, 1, 2, 3 days, and then on the 3rd day, it's very tough to hold green. I mean, this is straight out of my DVDs. Day 3, in the afternoon, you want to be short. And maybe you even want to short it in the morning of day 3 or even in the afternoon of day 2 because finding shares to short is sometimes tough. But look at this big drop here, okay? Even though this is a $1,700 stock, this thing dropped $400, okay? Imagine if right here it's at $9.60, but imagine if this was 96 cents. This is no different than a 96-cent stock going to $1.76 and dropping to $1.36, okay? This is the pattern. And Tim Grattani likes going short, and he banked. He did this on GBTC, BTSC he nailed. Let me show you BTSC. This is a penny stock. Look at this. Same thing, 16 cents up to 60 cents. Then you get a 50% retrace. And then if I had been on my game, but really, frankly, this wasn't a morning panic. This was an afternoon panic. So I don't like dip buying afternoon panics. But this was a nice 50% dip. And then look at this. This thing has bounced 30%. So you have the same kind of patterns. This is straight out of my penny stocking framework guide. I'm working on penny stocking framework part 2. My goal is to have it finished by year end. But these are the examples right here. And Tim Grittani is nailing it, and he is betting big, and he made $559,000.
Damn.
He's now over $5 million in profits. Look at his winning percentage, 68%. Okay? I need you guys
He's
to
up $5 million.
Look at this.
5.40.
This guy, B. Hall, says, holy shit, Tim, killer month. Wow, talking about motivation. Congrats. I clicked on the last 30 days a couple times, thought it was a 90-day, but nope.
Good job, Tim, man.
It was actually a little
big
more
shout
than
out to my boy Timothy,
but $500,000 in a month.
Boy, killing
this
that
is
shit,
a guy
man.
who had $1,500 to his name 6 or 7 years ago when he first began as my student. Okay? So I know that it's not for everybody. I don't want you comparing yourself and being like, I have to trade exactly like Tim Grittani. I just want to show you that it's possible. Okay? In 6 or 7 years, you can make $500,000 per month. That's what I'm talking about. Learning this stuff that is scalable rather than learning at a job that only pays you, weekly or monthly or, hourly. And you're never going to be able to scale up like working as a security guard or a cab driver or trainer or chef. I'm sorry to tell you, these are like hourly manual or construction worker. These are hourly manual type jobs as opposed to growing your knowledge base where then once you start trading bigger, once you have more confidence, that's when you can really get big. That's when you can grow $500,000 in 1 month. Versus, not to knock the manual labor or the construction jobs and stuff like that. I mean, we need those people, and that's fantastic. I wish that I was better at manual labor. My people built the pyramids thousands of years ago. It's been all downhill since. We haven't done shit manually. But we built Wall Street, we built Hollywood. The Jews, understand this stuff. And I make jokes somewhat. But I want you to understand the difference between these hourly paying jobs where no matter how hard you work, no matter how exhausted you get, you're still going to get paid pretty much the same hourly wage. Maybe you'll get like a 10 or 20 or even 30% bonus, but you're not going to grow $1,500 into $5+ million by working that stuff. And yet you can if you study enough. That's the difference here. I want you to understand the difference between these hourly paying jobs where no matter how hard you work, no matter how exhausted you get, you're still going to get paid pretty much the same hourly wage. Maybe you'll get like a 10 or 20 or even 30% bonus, but you're not going to grow $1,500 into $5+ million by working that stuff. And yet you can if you study enough. That's the difference here. So props to Tim Grittani. Props to B.
Black
Hall
people
and everybody else who's using this as inspiration.
You ain't hear a motherfucking thing what that guy was saying. You just worry about. You heard white folks feelings.
Awesome. Let me
said
show
black.
you these
Said black folks. You didn't even listen to the money part, motherfucker. All you heard was some Jew motherfucker, some white dude built the goddamn pyramid. You're like, nah, man, niggas built that shit. Sure. Pay attention to the money, motherfucker. Pay attention to the money. Worry about that shit.
These were his gains on the month, but look at this. He's lost too, okay? So don't think that it's like he's winning 100% of the time. Remember, both Roland and Tim Grittani are winning 65, 70% of the time. Same thing as me. He did lose quite a bit on XNet. He was shorting it a little too soon. ONCS he lost. Tops he lost. But again, his gains are bigger than his losses. And then I have other students too. Some of us have bigger months than others. Mark Crook, he's closing in on $1 million, made $6,000. He's at $863,000, winning 55% of the time. Okay, but he moved to Miami. He's got a beautiful family. I went to his wedding. He's got a beautiful baby now, healthy. Congrats. So 6,000 or 500,000. I know that a lot of you guys are like, well, what's the difference? You've all been Tim's top students. You're all trading. Some of us trade more aggressively at other times than others, okay? If I'm traveling, I'm not going to trade aggressively. If I'm trading with a small account, you're not going to see me make 500,000. Tim Grattani, this is his biggest month, not just because there were so many plays, but because he was available. The past few months, if you've been in the Challenge chat room, he's been MIA because he moved down to the Caribbean, and frankly, with his money, he was very happy to move down to the Caribbean and just go wherever he wanted. But the Caribbean has had some massive, massive hurricanes the past few months. And Tim Grattani has kind of been like me, like traveling all over the place. He's kind of been homeless, not because of his choosing, but just because of the Caribbean and the situation there with the islands. So he hasn't really been on his A game trading wise the past few months, just because life got in the way.
All right,
but
fuck
now,
all this shit. We're gonna go lay down.
Groove, he settled in. He was prepared. Mind you, also, let me just show you for the entire year of Tim Grattani. There's another lesson here. For the year, he's closing in on $2 million in profits. Okay? And if you ask him, I mean, I don't know the exact number of days that he's taken off, but it's quite a few. I know he took the whole month of, what was it, April off? He went to Iceland, and then he came back with another few $100,000 month. It was either March or April. And so it's not about always working every single day. You know, you can go to Asia and build a school or a soccer stadium like me. You can go travel the world. You can, you know, deal with housing issues and family issues, or take a month off. As long as you are studying in the background and you are prepared for when there are plays, it's pretty cool. You know, this is not like a 9-to-5 job where you have to work hard and clock in every single day. I know some people where they study incessantly 10 hours a day for a week, and then life gets in the way, or you know, they take some time off and then they don't study for a week, but they're still looking for potential trades because of the studying. They're prepared. So it's very difficult to explain this. A lot of people get in the habit of earning hourly wages, and especially when you're first beginning, you know, your friends, your family, your spouse, they're like, why are you studying so much? You're not getting paid. You know, what is this? You're investing in the knowledge for the future. Okay? And you have to think about this 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 years out. And that is what you're doing. Whether you're getting experience from trading or paper trading or studying and learning the patterns from the past, it's all about being better prepared for the future. And this is so damn tough for people to understand. But thanks to people like Tim Grattani, who have studied so hard and have worked so hard, and now sometimes they're taking a month off or two, and then they come back and then they freaking nail it. So I'm very proud of Tim Grattani. Awesome job. And, you know, I'm no less proud of Mark Crook. It's not just about the money. Mark has been navigating. He's been learning. He's been controlling his losses. He's had some gains. He's still making, you know, $6,000 on the month. And here's Michael Good, my first millionaire student. He made $5,000 on the month. Okay? So some months are better than others for different people. You can't compare, you know, apples to apples to apples, Michael Good versus Mark Crook versus Tim Grattani. Sometimes life, sometimes our own person.
Let this girl out, use the bathroom. Get back to this motherfucking studying. I ain't gonna study all goddamn night. Till tomorrow morning. Come on, girl, come. I ain't gonna study all goddamn fucking night. Ain't gonna be no sleep tonight. Ain't gonna be no sleep tonight. Look at this one. Oh shit. It's cold out here. Ooh. Ooh. God damn. Look at this shit. Look at that. Shit. Oh shit. You know, usually she'll go out. She'll go over there and she'll go run around. Shit, she look at her. She pissed right there. She pissed right there. She's like, fuck that. Let's go inside. She was like, fuck, hey, coming? She got, no, come on, girl.
You lost in the snowbank?
Shit. Boy. The fuck? Cold as a motherfucker out there. Come on, girl. Like, fuck that. She's like, fuck that. She ain't running around in that cold. She's like, fuck that. No. We ain't running around like that. Not in that cold ass weather. She's like, fuck that. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't playing in that weather. She's like, hell no, I ain't playing in that weather.
Sometimes one trade can change our whole mindset. But the key is that you learn from every trade, you keep pushing forward. Notice all of these guys, whether they've had a big month or a small month, we're all making money, which puts us in the very small minority in the trading world. And more importantly, we're showing every single trade, which makes us unique in the trading world. If somebody claims to make money, show me every trade. Show me your biggest gains. Show me your biggest losses. It's not enough just to say, look, here's how you make $5 grand on the month. Here's how you make $20 grand on the month. How much did you risk to get there? Okay, I know a lot of people who eventually made money on XNet. XNet was a big crash the past few days, but they absolutely wrecked their risk management trying to make that money. Even if they eventually turned in green profits at the end, okay. But if you're willing to risk 50% of your account, or maybe I know a few people, sadly, where they're not in my chat room, but they're gunslingers, and they risk their entire account. And one of these times, you mark my words, even if it's not this time, if XNet did come down, the 50% in the past few days, but one of these times, if you keep playing with fire, you will get burned. And you will get burned badly. There is a reason why I have the most number of millionaire students. And it's not because I'm the best trader or the best teacher, but because I am always prioritizing risk management and trading like a coward with every single one of my students. Even Roland, who's arguably, 4,000 into 400,000, arguably the best trader of the year, percent-wise, in 2017 in the world that I know of, showing every trade, alerting it in real time in the challenge chat room. But more importantly, if you ever see my commentary to him, or he went live on Instagram the other day, I was like, congrats, but keep taking it one trade at a time. Stay humble, okay? Always respect the market. Be scared. It doesn't matter how much success you've had in the past. If you let that success go to your head, if you get too cocky, the market will humble you. And I've seen too many other traders in other chat rooms who do not prioritize risk management, and they lose 50, 75, 100% of their account. And I know some people where they short sell penny stocks and they don't respect risk management, and they blow up. KBIO was a few years ago, and I saw many other traders who are not in my challenge, who are not focusing on my patterns, who are not learning my cowardly techniques. They lost everything. And there was a small but vocal population online, and they said, shorting penny stocks sucks. Tim Sykes, these people are blowing up because they're trying to short penny stocks. You will blow up if you don't respect risk, okay? No different than if you take my Ferrari out for a spin in Miami and you go 300 miles an hour, or 200 miles an hour. You can't go 300 miles an hour. But if you go 200 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone and you're trying to turn, you will blow up, okay? You will crash my Ferrari and you will die, and I don't want that to happen. There's a way to drive the Ferrari that's very, very easy. You respect the road signs. You respect the speed limit. Anything can be dangerous if you ignore rules or if you don't learn rules. So while I want you to get inspired by, people like me or Tim Grattani with his millions, or Roland with his perfect chart and now six-figure profits, or even students who aren't necessarily profiting as huge right now, but Michael Good, don't cry for him. He's still made, over $2 million, 63% winning percentage, by the way. I hope you're learning that you don't have to be right 100% of the time, but look at his profit chart because he's controlling losses. If you don't respect risk management, if you don't listen to me, frankly, you'll be in trouble. And I can scream at the top of my lungs, I can make video lessons, I can show you my trades, I can show you my students' trades, but it's up to you to respect the rules. And the rule number one is cut losses quickly. I have several students where I don't know why it's so difficult, but they cannot seem to do it, okay? For whatever reason, there's a million excuses. Discipline is the most important after learning the patterns, okay? It doesn't matter how much discipline you have if you're trading the wrong stocks. But if you're trading the right stocks, if you're learning the patterns, and you go in with a plan, and then you stick to the plan, that's how you become a successful trader. And then you can take a month off and go to Iceland, or then you can go build a soccer stadium in Cambodia, or then you can sit in Michigan like Michael Good and, I don't know, row your little boat. He's got a little rowboat. You can do whatever you want. And that's the point that I'm trying to get you to. Utilize these scary stocks, volatility. Utilize this same fucking chart pattern on all of them, whether you're going long or short for a day or 2 weeks, and pick your spots that suits your personality and your schedule and trade volatile stocks. And use it to grow your knowledge. Use it to grow your account over time. That's today's lesson. If you understand it, leave a comment underneath this video saying, I will trade volatile stocks. And congrats to all my top students and more. I'm sorry there's so many to congratulate these days. Those were just a few students. But Roland, $100,000 a month, awesome. Tim Grattani, or myself, $10,000 profit. Tim Grattani, on the month, freaking just, what has he done 90 days now? 90 days, not much. Oh, this is another good lesson. One more lesson before I go. So Tim Grattani, as I said, he had a $550,000 profit month in the month of November. And some of you guys are going to extrapolate that and you're going to say, well, 500,000 in 1 month. If he does that every month, I mean, that's what, like 6 million per year. It's not that easy. And just because he made 550,000 over 30 days, this is over 90 days. Okay, so this is 3 months worth, and now he's only made $613,000. So aside from his big 550,000, the other 2 months he quote only made 75,000. Those other 2 months total, so roughly 37,000 each month. So it can vary greatly, and you cannot just extrapolate 1 month's performance of gains. I did that many years ago when I first began, and I made roughly $700,000 in the first 4 months of the year 2000. And I'm extrapolating that, and I'm like, whoa, if I make 700,000 every 3 or 4 months, and I'm comparing myself, I'm going to make millions, then now that I have a bigger account, I can make tens of millions. It doesn't work like that, okay? You have to take it one trade at a time. You have to take it 1 day at a time. All you can try to do is be as prepared as possible. That's your number one focus. Studying, preparing, and being ready for these volatile stocks, and then trading the volatile stocks. Because there's always going to be another crazy stock like GBTC or BTSC or XNet or GLNNF. But the sad reality is that I would estimate 80 to 90% of my students are unprepared, even if there was a perfect play tomorrow. And sometimes, I miss perfect plays, like you saw with EKSO. I made a few $1,000s on it. It really kills me that was my exact pattern and I missed it. And I'm going to feel guilty about that. And I'm going to talk to you about it because I don't want it to happen again. So next time I see that pattern, I'm going to be doubly prepared so that I'll be like, whoa, I don't want to miss it a second time. And that's what you guys need to do. The month of November is over. Okay, we're in December 2017. Soon it'll be January 2018. It'll be a new year. You cannot go back in time. But I do want you to study the past, and I do want you to use whatever emotion that you can come up with, whether you're inspired by Tim Grattani, or you're angry at him, or you're angry at me, or you're angry at yourself. Use that emotion to push yourself. The fact that I missed EKSO, again, a few $1,000s doesn't make or break me. It really doesn't matter. But I want to show you good trades. And I take pride when a pattern comes my way in being prepared. And I missed one trade, one big-ass trade on EKSO. I missed a few trades last month, but EKSO was a glaring mistake for me. And I'm not whining about it. I'm trying to tell you how I'm thinking about it and how I'm going to use that going forward so that I will not make that mistake again. And that's what I want from you guys. Use every single one of these students. Use every single one of your trades. Use every single one of your missed opportunities or your screwed up trades to learn and get better over time. Think of this as a process. That is the single most important way to, improve and get better and evolve over time. Every single day, every single trade can be utilized. Every single missed trade. Even if you do nothing and you just sit there and you watch a stock move without you, and then you get angry. Use that anger, okay? Every single day, if you have this mindset, can be really helping you
get angry
in the future.
Get mad.
Just get angry and quit, or you can get angry at Tim Tani and say, screw that guy, he has so much money, or, get angry at me. I get all kinds of emotions. But ideally, I put you on the right path to success because I find that mindset matters. And trading volatile stocks matters. So, anyways, BTSC, GBTC, EKSO, XNet, GLNNF. These are just a few examples of some of the volatile stocks that we're trading. I'll have a watch list out later tonight, but wanted to go over some top students and some top stocks. Again, if you understand what I'm talking about in this video lesson, leave a comment underneath this saying, I will trade volatile stocks. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the chat room tomorrow.
It kind of worked out that I was just happened to be in Indonesia, as I'll tell you about in a little bit. But thank you guys for having me. I'm going to be talking about selflessness and
Hey, Tim Sykes here with a little bit of a different kind of video lesson. I got to highlight some students who aren't necessarily millionaires yet, but they're learning good habits and their accounts are growing as a result. Also, I have to mention that this is the last day that you can take advantage of this sale on all these newsletters and all these guides. It will not be extended. You either want to invest in your education and save, or you don't. I would have ended it sooner, but I know many of you guys wait until the last minute, so here you go. Please take advantage of it. My team and I work so hard on these educational resources. Utilize them. But now let me give props to some students. Elliot Davis started just an account 3 weeks ago with 250, and he's taking profits on big runners. Now he has a $5,000 account, and let me just show you some of his trades. Which are verified, by the way. It's pretty cool. Let's see. So he had MARA. You can see his gains here. Winning 72% of the time, roughly, which is what I win, roughly. Not winning every single time, but he's just taking profits pretty well. And MARA obviously was, a gigantic winner. When you can buy this stock in the 4s and sell it in the 8s. I mean, this is the market that we're in. And he has some losses too, so it's not like, he's perfect. But he's learning to ride the runners. Actually, let me pull up his biggest gains first. The DPW and MARA were his two biggest. This was a nice 100% winner. So pretty freaking awesome. This is the market, and he's just being selective. And he says all credit goes to the teacher, and I have to dispute this because I can show you runners, I can show you patterns and rules and lessons, but the credit goes to you guys because guess what? I have thousands of students, and almost none of them, very few of them, even bother to watch all the videos. So full credit to those of you who are studying hard. I can't force you to study, but I can try to show you the benefits, and I can try to inspire you. And Elliot has been studying his butt off the past few weeks, and he's learned to basically ride some of these crazy stocks. And I haven't even done a great job at that. So don't feel like you have to trade the exact same stocks as me. Find what works for you. And going along with that, I got to give props to my student Joe. Skating Joe, he came to my market mastery in July, in Italy last July. So if you want to learn in person, we have a few mastery classes coming up in Miami and New York. Just send an email to admin@timothysykes.com and put in the title mastery. But Joe came from Germany. I still have to post the videos from that. I'm sorry, I'm so far behind. But Joe was kind of bummed when I met him. He's working a job. He's trying to trade. He's in Germany. So the time zone is a little different. And long story short, I will post a whole video interview that I did with him, which I think is very useful because now he's made literally 100% profitable trades since July. And don't feel like you have to make every single trade a winner like this guy, okay? It's more realistic to be like Elliot and win 70% of the time, which would still be near best case scenario. But this is possible when you get picky with your trades. The lesson from Elliot is that, you can grow a small account pretty fast if you play like the hottest runners because this market is absolutely insane. Joe is more of a short seller. And if you look at some of his trades, he's making 1,000 here, 1,000 there. I really cannot stress this enough where you can make $500 or $1,000 pretty consistently on these runners, or if you're shorting. If you try to aim to make like 5 or 10 or 20,000 on one trade, everything changes. It's much easier to go for singles than it is to go for home runs. And obviously we all have different account sizes, but what I've seen throughout the entire spectrum of penny stock traders, from Joe to Elliot to me to Tim Bertani, everybody seems to find it easier to go for singles to make 500 or 1,000 here or there. Here's Joe's $1,000 profit, shorting ZN, and he actually didn't even time this perfectly. He kind of ripped on himself a little bit. Here was a better trade where he made 4,700 on ZN, making 20%. So he's using 7,000 shares, so like $25,000, and he made 4,700. That's an outlier. These were from 2016. Here was one. This was nice. He bet. I'm not good at math. Let me do this. 3.6688 times 2,600 shares. So he used 9,500 here to make 2,600. So, again, it's not an exact science. So if you have like a $4,000 account, maybe on this kind of a trade, you can make 1,000. But it is cool. E-Trade has been having shares to short of a lot of these runners lately, and Joe has been taking advantage of it. So props to Joe for being picky. And I really wish that I had posted the Italy videos so that you could have seen his progress from, I didn't know that he was going to win 100% of the time since learning from me in person in Italy. But it's not a coincidence. A lot of you guys just need very simple rules and very simple mindset shifts. Joe had to get pickier and focus on his strengths, which is, shorting. Mind you, this is he posted this November 8th. So we were in Italy in July. So roughly 4 months, he's only done 13 trades. A lot of you guys also need to learn this, where you don't need the pattern day trader rule. You don't have to be trading every single day. If you learned from my video lessons earlier this week, you see like GLNNF was a great dip buy. You know, that only comes about 2, 3, 4 times per month. GLNNF was a multi-week setup, and I timed it well, and I waited for, you know, the right pattern that I love. So learn from Joe's patience. And, you know, he goes long sometimes too, but as obviously you can see here, he has 12 shorts and 1 long. And he's made roughly $15,000 in the past 4 months. So nothing huge, but it's worth pointing out these students, because it's not just about, you know, learning to hit, you know, home runs and learning to make $1 million. A lot of you guys have smaller accounts. So while it's good to look up to, you know, people like Tim Bertani, Steven Ducks, Roland Wolf, where they're making 6 and 7 figures, to get there, you need little streaks like this. If you win 13 times in a row, that's cool. Or, you know, if you start small like this and you learn to ride some of the biggest winners. So I try to show you lessons from all kinds of students, and I'm very blessed to have, you know, frankly, students sharing all kinds of data where you can extrapolate that data. And I probably, out of any single person in the world, probably have the most trading data coming into me every single day, from students who are posting good trades, students who are posting bad trades, students who are growing small accounts, students who are trying to grow bigger accounts. And I'm trying to pluck out the best lessons. So these are some basic lessons. Elliot, props to you, man. Credit goes to you, okay? I don't need credit. My ego's already big enough. Turning a few $100s into thousands of dollars, riding these scary stocks like DPW and MARA, credit goes to you. Props to you, and keep studying. And Joe, don't feel like you have to continue to be perfect. You know, that'll make you like scared to trade. If you're like, oh, I can't have a trade. Like, I wouldn't even mind it if you just took a 100-share position and, you know, lost like 2 cents a share, just to break this streak so that it's not in your head. Streaks can be dangerous because you start thinking that you have to be perfect, and then, you know, you start missing trades, or you take bigger trades, and it kind of screws with your head. So I don't want any of my students to win 100% of the time, because it's not sustainable, and it can lead to really bad stuff. But I am proud of you for being picky. I'm proud of you for being patient. I'm proud of you for following your strengths. So everybody else, learn from Joe and Elliot, and I will see you guys in the chat room. I kind of have a crazy schedule this next few days, but I'm going to try to be in the chat room as much as possible and trade whenever I see something great. But please do take advantage of this sale while it lasts. It's gone tomorrow, and, you know, study up. Congrats to so many of you. I know there's many more to congratulate, but I'm a little overwhelmed. So props to Joe and Hey, Tim Sykes here with a pre-market video lesson. Thank you for all the well wishes. I'm feeling better. It's just tough for me to trade stocks in Asia at night and do charity work during the day. But I push myself. I challenge myself. I can figure it out. I'm getting a ton of questions about this trade that I did on GLNNF. I got to go over it more in depth. You know, it's nice and easy for me to say, watch the video lessons. It's the same pattern every time. But let me actually go into what I did right on this one and what I did wrong also. Before I get into that, stocks to trade, just the final, 72 hours, maybe even 48 hours now for this Thanksgiving special. And then Profitly is also having a sale. Do not say I did not warn you, because I say this in every video lesson lately, and too many of you guys wait until the last second, and then you're like, can I just have one more day? No. You either want to save on your education or you don't. Also, this TV show, Below Deck, I watched it. I don't know. I mean, it just, for me, I was like, I want to show something amazing, and it's cool to be on a yacht with my top students, but I wasn't blown away by, what they showed. I am glad that we're going to be on next Tuesday also. So we actually got a two-parter. So I think that they're saving the best for last. I mean, it was a good time. It was fun. It was great to get away with the Gritanis and the Goods and Tim Bowen. It was a good time. So watch it if you DVR'd it, or I'm sure it'll be online. I think you can watch it on iTunes and Amazon in the next few days. It's just a TV show. Don't read too much into it. I hear some positivity. I hear some negativity. It's really just another fun way to try to show you that I'm, working pretty much from everywhere. As I'm complaining about Wi-Fi on the yacht, and everyone's like, why do you need Wi-Fi? And they don't realize that I'm trying to teach. It's not because I'm like watching stupid cat videos or I'm watching reality shows.
Yeah, right.
I'm actually trying to work, no matter where I go. And I like to challenge myself, as I started out with this video. That's why I'm so nasally. I challenge myself too much. Anyways, let's get to this trade. Really good trade. I was going for a 10 to 20% bounce. I got that and more. It turned out to be a 50% bounce. I sold too soon. But I think the biggest question and the best takeaway from this trade is, how did I pick the bottom? Because I really called it quite nicely in here in the 180s. And that comes down to a few things. First of all, it is scary as shit to just buy a stock that is crashing. You don't know where the bottom is. Sometimes these pumps, they just go down 90% and they don't bounce. So I wouldn't just dip buy anything. That said, I think I mentioned this in my previous video lesson on this trade. I thought that there would be support here in the 220s. They did the financing at 230-ish. I thought that 220 support was going to hold. But when that cracked, then the question is, how low can it go? And, if you watch my video lessons on dip buying and morning panics, you're looking for signs of bottoming. But if there's no signs, 220, it didn't even try to really bounce right here. It was just going down every single second, every single minute. So 220 blew through it. Then the question was, could it break through 2? So 2 is more important than 220. 220 is where, I thought there would be support because that's multi-day resistance. Multi-day resistance turns into, support, theoretically. But it blew right through that. So when it blew through that, I'm like, wow, this thing could go further. Then the question is 2, because at $2 a share, you have a lot of people with stop losses. A lot of kind of stupid, bad teachers teach people to use stop losses with these penny stocks at round numbers. And I'm sorry to be negative, but there's no other way to say it. You're stupid if you use a stop loss at $2 a share, because everybody else who's taught by, these idiots in the past, where they don't go into detail, they don't have 5,000 video lessons, they don't look into the subtleties, they just say, hey, if a stock is going up, you want to protect yourself, use a stop loss and make it nice and easy and use a round number. And people actually do this. 99.9% of traders do this. It's very difficult for me to cut through the BS, but I'm trying. And so at $2 a share, the question is, can it hold 2? Or if it's going to break 2, then theoretically all of those stop losses, just because you put a stop loss at 2 doesn't mean you're going to get executed at 2. All of those stop losses are just triggered when it hits 2 and when it goes below 2. And so that turns into this panic selling, which we saw from 2 down to 180. I like that this is happening all in the first 10, 15 minutes of the trading day. That tells me that, A, it's probably overdone. B, this is going to be a stock that could bounce because, first of all, it's up so much in the past few days. So the promoters are trying to protect it. so that it doesn't just crash and go to zero, and then they get all these, customers who complain from their bullshit email lists. They're still going to get complaints, but if this thing drops 90% and doesn't bounce, they'll get more complaints. And that's a higher risk of investigation for them. The insiders, all of these companies do shady financing deals. Just think of them as the worst companies ever. Whether the insiders are in on it, or the friends of the insiders, or the hedge funds, or the market makers, or the promoters, it's all the president's men. This stock and stocks like it with this chart are so corrupt, just assume everybody is guilty. They might not get convicted in court, but if you just assume that they're guilty, it's a good, safe way to think about this. So everybody who's involved does not want this stock dropping, 90%. Because then, guess what? That means the ball game is over. Some of the insiders might go to jail. Some of them might get investigated. Some of them might just not do their, manipulation anymore. The whole game is over. So you have that, where it's in the best interest of all these corrupt individuals and corrupt companies to prop the stock up, even if it's totally dead in the long run, but prop it up like it's, Weekend at Bernie's, or Weekend at Bernie's 2, if you know older movies. That said, you don't know where they're going to prop it up. So that's why I'm looking at key levels like 2 to see how it acts. And if you're watching it, I wish I had the Wi-Fi to film a live video. It dropped from 2 down to 180. This was clearly just panic selling due to the stop losses getting taken out at 2. Maybe this was bad news selling, okay, and there was a lot of shares to sell, but this extra 20 cents a share, this was overdone. And the way that I could tell that is because it was dropping literally 1, 2, sometimes even 5 cents every single second. It was just cutting through the bids like warm butter. And when that happens, that usually tells me that the stop losses are all getting executed. All the idiots who thought that they would get out at 2 are getting out at like 180, which is like the worst time to get out. That's why stop losses, I don't use them. I use mental stop losses. If a stock is not doing what I want, I mentally have the discipline to get out. And that is so much safer than using a computer where you're just going to lose more money than is necessary if you try to get executed, with a computer instead of doing it manually. So anyways, that is why I bought. I actually wanted to buy like 30,000 shares. I only got a partial execution on my roughly 15,000 shares. It bounced too quickly for me to get a full execution. And then it actually bounced up to 2 and then came down again to 190. And so this was, even though it doesn't look like it because it was so quick, this is a double bottom. And, these are good signs. When a stock is down this much, it was down like 30% plus on the day. It was its first big crash day. If you look at, how the stock has acted, it's never had a big crash day. So that usually tells me that the weekends are all getting out. You have that incentive for all of the corrupt people involved in this to prop it up. And then you have the stop losses getting taken out. And then you have a fourth factor where you have people who missed this run up all the way up to the mid 3s. Now they get a second chance. So they might be like, oh, wow, this is it. So you'll have dip buyers. So you have 4 different indicators of why you want to dip buy a stock like this that is panicking. And again, I didn't know it was going to bounce 50%. If I knew it was going to bounce 50%, I would have held longer. I specifically tried to capture 10 to 20%, which I did, but I'm glad that it bounced 50% so that you can see the potential upside. Nowhere else in this entire chart could you make 50% in under 2 hours. Hold on one sec. Hello? Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Bye. Sorry, I've got some soup coming. But anyways, this is the first big crash day. And that, it had like a few red days here, but the first big crash day is really when you get the most bang for your buck. This is when, you get this massive sonic boom where the angels are singing in the background, blessing this moment. I'm creative right now because I'm trying to get you to focus on this. And as I said in yesterday's video lesson, I previewed this trade before I even bought. I said potential morning panic pattern. I linked to the blog post where it's the exact same chart every single time. You have to be ready for times like these. By the time you get an alert, by the time, you know, you might look for like Steven Ducks or Roland. I know Roland loves dip buys like this. If you wait in the challenge chat for them to alert, you're being dependent on somebody else, and that's not good. I don't want you to depend on me. I don't want you to depend on anybody but yourself. And that is why, you know, people ask me, what is the best investment that you can make? The best investment that you can make at any time in your life is in yourself and in your self-sufficiency. And as you can see, I mean, the drop was quick and the bounce was quick. And it faded by the end of the day. It's irrelevant now to me, unless we get another morning panic. That might be cool. But usually the first morning panic on a stock like this that's had, you know, a multi-month run-up. I mean, this thing has been running up really for like 3 or 4 months. This is the one time over the past 3 or 4 months, the 1 hour, the one opportunity, the one shot that you have to really focus. And I'm sorry, I didn't even have it on my watch list the day before. I mean, there's too many stocks on my watch list lately. Some people are asking me that. I wasn't fully prepared for this. But when I saw the pattern that I knew, the pattern that I've traded thousands of times before, the pattern that I have hundreds of video lessons on, all of the indicators that I just talked about added up and told me that this was a good risk-reward trade. And guess what? I could have been wrong. Okay, if I'm buying it in the 180s, and I think that it's, you know, frankly, the last 20 cents a share was just due to stop losses. If it goes down to the 170s, I'm out, because I'm not going to risk, you know, buying this falling knife and getting my hands all bloody. I'm not going to risk it being, you know, one of the outliers that just keeps dropping 40, 50, 60, 70%, because that does happen sometimes. And not every single dip buy is going to be a 50% winner like this, or a potential 50% winner. But this one did work out. I'm happy with my trade. I could still do better. There's still room for improvement, but my previewing the morning panic ahead of time, my executing the buy near the bottom, and my really taking, you know, not huge but decent profits on my trade, lead me to believe that this is the kind of trade that you need. And some of you guys have such small accounts and you're worried about the pattern day trader rule. You're worried about, you know, oh, I need to trade every day because I'm going to take small gains. Wait for trades like this. Wait for setups like this. This doesn't happen very often, okay? This might happen 2, 3, maybe 4 times per month, okay? And 50% upside this time. Some of the other times, maybe you'll have 20% or 30% upside. But this is all within an hour. And if you save your day trades, if you save your bullets, if you wait for these kinds of plays, and you trade them like a sniper, even if you screw up, where I took roughly 1/5 of the profit that I should have, and I didn't even get a full position that I wanted. I got roughly half the position size I wanted. So I did not time this perfectly. I did not trade this perfectly. But because it's such a gimme pattern, because the indicators are there, you know, you could just take a very small slice of this trade with a wide margin of error, and still, this is my biggest profit in the past few weeks. That's the beauty of this. You know, you don't have to be a good trader for these kinds of plays. You just have to be a patient trader to wait for these plays, and then you have to be a prepared trader to actually take advantage of these. If you understand this video lesson, please leave a comment saying, I will be prepared. 4 words. And I'll link the video lessons. I'll link the blog post again. No 2 panics are exactly alike, but by studying the past more, you can get better prepared for more plays like this. And I don't know when the next one will come about. We might get another one. That's why I'm doing this video lesson pre-market. But this is the kind of play that you should wait for, where you can literally make 50% on your money inside of 2 hours. It's not a scam. It's not a luck. It's not a joke. It will happen again. And the question is, are you prepared or not? Again, let me just remind you, take advantage of stocks to trade. this sale ends soon, and also this Profitly sale ends soon. And then for all you guys asking questions about Below Deck, just leave a comment underneath that blog post. I'll try to answer them, but set your DVRs for next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's the season finale, and that, I think, is when the show will get really good. Thank you.